What is going on, everyone, and welcome to the beginning of my X Trilogy review series. And today we are starting off with X, released in 2022 and directed by Ty West. Now, for a brief bit of history with my relationship with this film, when it first came out in 2022, I was pretty iffy on it. I thought it was okay, but I had a fair few problems. Then I watched it sometime in 2023 again to try and see if maybe I was just having a bad day. And I was like, okay, I must have just been having a bad day. This shit is actually pretty awesome. I like this a lot. It's a really fun, dirty throwback slasher. But then, about 3 days ago, for my third watch and my rewatch just in preparation for Maxine and doing this review series, I was shocked by how much I didn't enjoy this film at all. But why exactly did this film not work for me at all on rewatch? Well, there's a few different factors, so let's get into it. So X is a film about a cast of characters who are filming an independent adult film in 1979 in rural Texas, and they've rented out this home at this old couple's house. It's like they're the guest house or whatever. They've rented that out for a few nights. But when the old couple realizes what they're doing, the cast find themselves in a fight for their lives. So first off, credit where credit is due. This film does have excellent production value. I think it is very impressive how Ty West managed to take they filmed in New Zealand actually and made it look like Texas. And not only made it look like Texas, made it feel like Texas in the 1970s, at least from what I've seen on film. It's very dirty, it's very grungy and disgusting, and long grass and everything like that, and the kind of like sun-baked look of the film and the wood and all the you can almost see the splinters on the barn and stuff like that. It really does capture that feeling, and the way it's filmed is very, very gritty and very, very gnarly and disgusting, and you can kind of feel like getting the grit under your fingernails when watching it, which I have to give credit for. He's done a very good job at capturing time period. And Ty West is a capable horror director. There are a few sequences here and there where it is legitimately tense. There are some really tense stuff. For example, like it's just simple tricks, but it's in the barn and it pans down and you see the nail on the floorboard in the barn and it's just sitting there as the character walks towards it. It's well directed. There are some sequences in here that are legitimately good. And I think that's what I would have seen on my second watch when I really enjoyed it. I'm like, oh yeah, this is really good. And finally, this is a very, very small positive. But I do like the characters of Howard and Pearl. Maybe not so much the characters, but the potential that they have. And that's why I actually do quite enjoy Pearl, is because you get to see their history and their backstory, especially Pearl's. They piqued my interest enough. I didn't find them particularly interesting in the film, but I wanted to learn more about them, why Pearl was so infatuated with Maxine, why Mia Goth was cast as young Pearl in that image on the wall. It makes you think. It's just like, is there maybe similarities between the two? And it develops intrigue. But unfortunately, that is where the good stuff ends for this film. I really, really didn't like this film on rewatch. And I think the first problem that I have with it, and the first and main problem that I have with it, is that these characters are horrendous. They're all very shallow, like seriously, maybe like 2 or 3 bullet points each. You've got stoner, veteran, whore. Then you've got bloody coke addict, ex-Christian, whore. They're so dull and there's nothing there. And then you've got the film nerd, prude. It's just like, they just give these characters these tiny little traits and then they just make them build off of that, and that's it. And the film is very confused tonally. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but the film gives us these horrendous characters who are just terrible people, and it tries to get us to sympathize with them as though it's like some kind of porn is being accepted and widely, starting to become regarded as an actual commendable line of work, and a line of work that's okay. Like Martin Henderson even says at one stage, I don't want to have to wear a hard hat to earn a living. okay, is doing this any better? It's just like, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that this is actually a good and misunderstood industry? Because it's not. And that's the thing, when you have filthy junky characters in a slasher, you want to see them die. This film takes its sweet time getting to that. And when you do get to it, the results are passable at best. And also, they're not framed as fun kills either. They're framed as being really quite sad and tragic. Like these unsung heroes or these misunderstood heroes that are trying to break through in a misunderstood industry, and it's just being taken from them. It's framed like that when it really shouldn't be. So it makes for a confusing watch. You're like, why is it trying to make me feel for these people? I came here to watch a down, dirty, sleazy slasher, you know what I mean? Also, I found the edit in this film to be really, really annoying. Now, I understand that it was in response to RJ talking about how he's been inspired by the French films, the avant-garde, if you will, cinema. I get it. It doesn't mean that this is really annoying. Like, it goes from, like, you know, it just keeps flipping between images, like, super randomly. It's just like, what? Why? Why do you need this? And finally, the film takes itself way too seriously. When you have slasher villains, Howard and Pearl, that are killing people because they can't get their dick wet, or she can't get her pussy wet, you have to have some fun with that. That is one of the most ridiculous, most stupid, most laugh out loud concepts you can think of. Oh my god, they're killing because they can't get it up and they're really sad, so they're going to kill everyone that can still get it up. That'll fucking show them. It's so funny. This film is so dark and it plays it as though a tragic thing. It's just like, no, I can't eat dick anymore. I feel like a fucking idiot talking about this film because I don't know how I'm supposed to talk about this film in a serious manner, but the film presents itself in a serious manner. It's so bizarre. Overall, X is a film with moments and good production value, but it is very confused on what it's trying to say. It's got some serious problems with its values and its morals, and there's even discussions about having morals and stuff like that in the film. I would not want to know anyone that shares the same morals as those characters, but we're supposed to care for these characters. Okay, maybe I'm just a different person. Maybe I'm out of touch. I don't like the film whatsoever. X is a snooze fest. So that is my review of X. Try and change my mind in the comments if you disagree with me, because I know everyone loves this film, but I was really disappointed on rewatch at just how sluggish, dull, and tonally confused it was. And I gotta be honest, my hype levels for Maxine have gone down significantly after this rewatch. I'm still going to go see it and review it, but I don't have high hopes at all. But next time we will be reviewing Pearl, which I'm excited to share my thoughts on because I do very much enjoy Pearl. Anyway, that's it for this one, and I'll see you all later. Bye.